Talking Normies Podcast.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's the Talking Normies Podcast, coming at you a little bit of the Talking Normies Podcast, and we are the Talking Normies, and the cast today is me, your boy, Chris Johnson, a.k.a. Nuisance88, a.k.a. follow me on the internet, don't follow me in real life, a.k.a. the Streets Peter Parker.
Jesus, you got another one?
He does. Gungan Thunder.
Okay.
A.k.a. the Gungan Thunder, a.k.a. Palpatine's grandson. That's it.
Okay. I won't keep it simple on pal. You can follow me. I keep it 100 minus the G.
See, no one's gonna know. Why you take the G out of it too? That kind of fucks it up.
I mean, because somebody already took it. I can't do anything about that.
Slick. My name's Spidey. Y'all can find me at Spidey Hart.
What up? My name is Mickey. You can find me at Mikatsky on Instagram.
You say keep it 100 minus the G? Where does the G go?
Keeping it.
Keeping it. Okay.
Minus the G.
I thought you just said keep
But
it.
I'm still a G.
Keep in it, okay? You know, you are indeed a G. That's why we call you that. All right, so just off camera, guys, we've got Kung Fu Knight. He's got a really cool YouTube channel. I'm mentioning him not because he's going to be a part of the podcast, but because he's sitting like 5 feet away, and it's weird to not mention him.
Yeah,
we would find that odd.
Right there.
All right, you can say hi from the corner.
Oh, hey everybody. What's up?
Follow Kung Fu Knight. We're going camping this weekend. Actually, we're going camping today. That's why I have on my camp shirt and my camp boots.
So you're going camping in a cold-ass fall weather?
Yeah, honestly, it's a little chilly today.
Today's not that bad.
But it was really, like, this whole week has been really warm, but right now it's kind of chilly.
But at nighttime it gets around like 37. Which
So
I
the
like.
fire's
I like
for?
37. Do you
Yeah,
guys like
I got a big old sleeping bag. I got all the provisions I need to stay nice and warm at night, so I should be good.
But how about the daytime or nighttime?
I mean, what do you mean the daytime?
Like
Fire.
sleeping time.
When I got a
fire
sleeping bag.
during the day.
Yeah, fire during the day, sleeping bag at night. We'll build a really big fire before we go to sleep and situate our tents around it.
So that's not how campfires
Are
start.
you guys just going camping, hiking, or are you climbing?
Well, I think we're gonna do a little bit of backpacking. I got a little bit of chalk in the car, so we might do some climbing.
Just in case.
Just in case. You gotta bring the chalk just in case. You never know when you're gonna need it. But that's for this weekend.
Little free climb action?
We're gonna start with our weekend catch up. If I free climb, I'm going about 3 feet off the ground at best.
That's all you gotta do.
Just enough to twist my ankle. All right, I'm not trying to.
You got to give it up. You got to give it all up for the line.
I will say, all right, as a brief aside before we get into what we're about to get into. So when we were in Colorado, me and Marquetta went to go find a hot spring. And it said it was going to be like a hike down to it, and we didn't know it was going to be like a hike. And literally, we started at the top of a very small mountain down to the bottom, and I was like, it's going to be really hard getting back up. And then when we got down to where the Colorado River was, we're like, that's the hot spring down there, but we had to climb like down a legitimate cliff to get there. But the way it was situated, it was like stairs. And if I hadn't been climbing, I'd have been able to do it, but I've been a little worried. But because I was like, oh, well, we go climbing every week. So we went straight down there and got in there, and I was like, all right, bet. And then the water was just like lukewarm.
Nice.
And the Colorado River was like fucking 40 degrees damn near. So it was like lukewarm water right here, ice cold water over there. And we were leaving and we fucking climb out. We get up and this dude's coming down. I was like, yeah, man, the hot springs just started. He goes, oh no, the really hot one's on the other side of the river. He's like, you just got to swim across. And we like looked down there and we could see it. And I was like, fuck. But because we'd already climbed up, I was like, there's no way I'm climbing back down. Swimming across the river, getting in that hot spring and then swimming back, drying off, climbing up. And then it's literally like, it was like a 1.5 mile hike, but it was like vertical. Just
Oh no.
So by the time we got up to the top, bro, I was like about to throw up. Anyway, so weekend catch up. What you motherfuckers do over the weekend? I know what 2 of y'all did for part of your weekends. The other one I don't know.
Wait, which ones?
I know where Pat and Spidey was because they helped the nigga move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where was you when the boys needed help?
Was
Commissary something.
I was
paid for it.
cleaning off your patio furniture so that I was in good condition to pick up when you needed it.
Me and Pat damn near broke our backs trying to move a fucking bed.
Bro, so can we talk about this bed? Why do you have hydraulics on the bed? I've never seen that before.
It's for storage.
Talking to you, Mike.
Yes. I thought you would move and you're like, nah, the mic comes to me. I don't have hydraulic. This is how my bed works. Pat's hyping it up. Look, this is the top of my bed where the mattress goes, all right? And it just like lifts up so we can put shit under. That's where all my winter clothes are. That's where all my dick
But
pillows
can you
are.
just put your
Dick pillows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got vagina pillows too. I guess I should mention that I have both. They go under my bed. I don't have anywhere else to put
I don't
them.
know. That bed was unnecessarily heavy though. Like
It was surprisingly heavy, but we got it.
we got it.
Speaking of, I forgot my pillow at home for camping, so now I'm not gonna have anything to sleep on.
You gotta make one.
Yeah.
out of leaves, and
yep.
a deer carcass.
Ooh, deer carcass doesn't sound very soft. So, weekend catch up. I'll start, and you guys can go. So my weekend was the most boring, I think. We moved from an apartment to a house. Don't say where my house is at. I know a lot of y'all like to be like, oh, over by the thing with the thing next door to it. Don't nobody need to know my motherfucking house. So you want to know where my house at? You can come to Normie Con, become friends with me, and then maybe after a year or two, I'll show it to you. But that sounds like a lot of work just
Did
to
he
see
get
a
to
house.
see your house?
It is.
Yes, he did.
Okay, so you good friends now.
Yeah, but I mean, he's been in like all of my houses except for maybe one. Actually, ever since I've been with Marquetta. But we did some moving. It was very cool. The cat is sick. He has the sneezes. I think it's because of there's a lot of dust.
Yeah.
And we need to like really clean up. Plus, he's been licking a lot of plastic, so it has been really dry in the house. So we've been trying to get all of those things kind of set up so that he can be doing better. But he's got the little sneezies. We chilled out, got everything moved, and we slept there for the first time. The heating company fucked up on our heat, but they fixed it on Monday, so we're all good. Also, I got like the Nest thing, so I can set my house up before I get there and be like, hey, let me preheat that oven, girl.
See, I did get one of those, but I don't know if my house is wired.
It's a game changer.
Will yours actually preheat the oven, or is it just like the thermostat?
No, the thermostat. I was just the house is the oven. If I got it to preheat the oven for, that'd be some dangerous shit.
That'd be tight.
But yeah, that's it. We don't have a smart house or anything like that, but it's cute. It's cool. It's nice. We live there. We walked around the neighborhood. It's fine.
Nice.
Walk around the neighborhood at night?
Not yet. A little bit at night. Not yet. We're gonna do it at night.
Right.
We gonna do it at night. Anyway, what'd y'all do?
Giggity giggity.
I don't remember. Oh, Mikey was. Oh yeah. Mikey was over. He stayed over last week.
Yeah, slumber party.
Huh? I guess so. Yeah, we had a little bit of a slumber party. We hung out. We went out to Broad Ripple, the Kilroys.
Yeah,
And the Broad Ripple Kilroys
way different.
way better.
Yeah.
Than downtown.
Ooh.
Broad Ripple in general, maybe a little, not so good, but like
It's getting better.
it's getting better. But the Kilroys, infinitely
Was it more
better.
black folks at this Kilroy's than anywhere else in Broad Ripple?
No, I feel like it
For
was
real?
it was like a good balance.
Every time I go to that Kilroy, you go to the downtown Kilroy's and it's mostly like white college kids, and I feel every time I go to the one in Broad Ripple, it's like all black folks.
Did you hear what happened to them?
Hold on, the Kilroy's downtown?
No, the one in Broad Ripple.
No, what happened to the one in Broad Ripple?
Kilroy's in Broad Ripple was not letting black people in for the
I remember
longest.
that. I remember that.
And then they had on the application, one of the applications online, it was they were trying to hire people to keep a white audience, and it said that on the actual job.
But you know why?
application.
But do you remember like when? Because I remember when it opened and it was always black folks there. It was always more black people at this Kilroy's than any fucking Kilroy's I've ever been
and then
to.
they started making rules. It was like
Oh
you
my
couldn't
God.
have on too long of shirts. You couldn't wear Jordans.
No high top Jordans.
You couldn't wear Jordans in an establishment. Come on, y'all.
I
You had to have a
can't
belt.
wear clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't. they
That
had-
was the only time I got
You
it
can do
checked.
that. It makes sense. It's fine. But you knew what you were doing. And then to find out that your application, that you guys are only hiring people to keep a white audience.
You know, that's
Yeah.
Black
fucked.
people hit the internet and were roasting this place for weeks. Like
What-
if I can go back and find the posts, it was funny as fuck.
Well,
Like,
you know what's funny about that, because it's like, well, now that I'm thinking, I think it was probably more black people than white people, but I'm saying it was still a better experience because like the white people in downtown are fucking crazy. Like, the Kilroy's in downtown is insane. All the people working there hate themselves and you.
yeah, that's
It's
true.
so crowded. There's never anywhere to sit. People are rude as fuck. And then the Kilroy's in Broad Ripple, dude, we had a great time. We we met this anime artist.
Nice.
That we were talking with her and seeing if she could like maybe we could do like a collab or something. But yeah, it was really fun. We just like met people. Mikey's a good person to go out with because he's like very charismatic, and I'm like a super introvert. So like he does a good job of like meeting people, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm here too.
I'm awesome. Check me out. I feel that.
But yeah, that's it. Yeah, we had a little bit of a slumber party, and then I just kind of chilled out on. I don't know, man.
Sunday's
I
the
feel
day
like
you were free.
I feel like I
Weird.
have dementia, and I'm sorry, Chris.
Oh yeah, we did. It was Sunday we moved. I was thinking it was Saturday. I was
Yeah,
like,
'cause
Dude,
Shit.
I really feel like I have dementia because like I can't remember the previous week.
there's
And, like
something.
it's already Friday, and I feel like it's still Monday from like 2 weeks ago.
I think
Like,
you
it's-
might just be stuck in a rut. You gotta do some things.
I don't think it's a rut. I think it's just days go by so fast. Like work goes
You
by
need a
so
calendar.
fast. And that's not a bad thing because that means, you know, you're enjoying, like, if time is flying by, then you're enjoying what you're doing, and I definitely am. But, like, holy shit. It goes, like, it's Monday, and then it's Friday, and all of the things I wanted to do within the week, like, I look at my to-do list, and I'm like, I didn't get any. Like, I didn't even get near doing any of that.
I try to do most all of it. And Spidey, before you, I wanted to mention that I did forget about Saturday entirely. Because we moved on Sunday. So that was all on my Sunday. But Saturday, we had Beer Fest downtown. It was German Fest.
Yeah, German Fest.
Went there. The lines were crazy long, but I got me a big old fat-ass beer. I drank 2 of those bitches. And I was like, so I was waiting for the heating dude to come by. It was 32-ounce boys. So the heating dude was like, hey, I called him. I was like, we got an emergency. The heat's not working in my new place. And the gas company says it's not their fault. And they were like, we're going to send the heating guy between 7 and 7. And I was like, between when? They're like, my bad, 7 and 10. Like 7 a.m. and 10 p.m. I was like, okay. So I went to German Fest and I'm drinking beers and like slamming them. I got like 2 in me, 264 ounces of beer.
Jeez.
And I was fucking feeling it. And I was in the middle of a conversation with somebody and I was like, fuck, this is him. And I was like, hello. And he was like, I'll be at your house in 30 minutes. And I couldn't drive, so I had to get on the bike, haul ass on the bike over there, pop up. Dude pops up and he's like, all right, listen, it's an emergency. I had to come here. It's going to be like $200. I was like, fuck, all right, just tell me what's wrong with the heat. He looks and he goes, the gas company did not turn your heat on.
Yeah, shit.
And I was like, I knew it. I fucking knew it. And he was like, I'm going to look around the rest of the house just to make sure because like you're about to have to pay a fuck ton of money for me to tell you this one thing. It was very,
You
very,
should have become
very
a super
annoying.
villain.
I mean, I called the gas company. Was literally like, you have 24 hours. By the time the clock counts down, it ain't hot in this bitch. It's gonna be hot over there.
I feel that.
That's it. Proceeded to get drunk and fuck shit up.
Good shit.
Glad they got it done though.
Yeah.
What about you, Spidey? What was your weekend?
I don't remember what I did Friday. I don't think I did much. I think we were chilling. Or wait, did we do Chainsaw Man Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that. Yeah, I remember.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Friday was a day.
Chainsaw Lad.
I don't know how much I can say on the internet about.
Personally, me, I think that we're free and open, and I think as long as you're comfortable with sharing what you were doing on Friday, you can share that.
Yeah, it's up to you, really.
There's
Yeah,
no
so-
company policy.
So, hi mom. So I microdosed some acid on Friday, right? Just trying to enjoy my day.
Microdosing.
And yeah, just like a slow. I'm gonna have a nice creative day. I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna go to work, have a normal day. Didn't know we were watching Chainsaw Man. The acid was a little stronger than I had fucking thought it was gonna be. So if you guys watch our Chainsaw Man reaction, I'm not freaking out, but I think I liked it more than I should have. I'm just like, this is amazing. Wow, my eyes are wide and people are just being cut apart.
It was quite amazing.
Yeah,
It was.
And then we did The Last of Us, which was a lot of fun. That's
Nice.
the thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, playing with Navi.
Maybe I should do that. I'm gonna just show up one day and
I've been
on
just
like
have a day,
on like
man.
a quarter tab.
I've been too high from
I've-
weed on a reaction, and I've been too drunk before. But I don't want to be tripping on psychedelics for a reaction.
I
That's a
have.
strong
I wanna try
fortitude.
I've successfully microdosed before, but it's a thin line.
Yeah.
It's a thin
Me
line.
too. I was like, let me just do a normal half of it. Cool. I was like, this was dipped.
The normies don't condone doing drugs. The
yeah.
way we live our life is not going to be the way you live your life.
Don't do drugs, kids. But me personally, I am a fan of. I am a fan of.
I was microdosing shrooms for a while, and then I had too much of a I got way too high one time. I was like, this will probably be the last time I do shrooms. It was a really good trip, but it was like microdosing, and then I was like,
I can't.
are
do
the
shrooms.
buildings supposed to scroll up like an iPad? Is that normal?
That's when
so
you know.
fucking cool.
That's when you know
That's cool.
you've done, you're past the edge.
Right, and I was like, we got it. And I was on my bike, and I was like, we got to get home, buddy.
Why do you guys do
together.
stuff while you trip?
I was microdosing. Microdosing's fine. I didn't think I was going to be too high to ride my bike.
Yeah,
But I mean, like,
everything brighter for the
There
day.
is science behind it. Like there's a lot of scientific studies on psilocybin. I don't know if there's medicinal grade acid, but
That's just for fun.
honestly, between the two, I prefer LSD. But
No, that-
again, don't do drugs. This is just us.
Definitely.
Just because we make bad choices doesn't mean that
Here's
you
a proper disclaimer.
Not a market substitute.
Psychedelics can awaken mental illness in you, especially if you have a history of it in your family. People don't talk about that with psychedelics, especially if you're trying it in your 20s. And 20s is usually when you find out if you do or do not have mental illnesses
Yeah, so
and
be
stuff.
careful.
So
don't be doing that shit.
you can find out the hard way.
Yeah,
That's all.
The more you fuck around,
The more
you're gonna find out.
All right, Pat, what did you do this weekend that wasn't microdosing acid?
Wait.
Saturday.
Saturday, I went to a Dead Mouse concert.
Nice.
Oh, how was
That was
that?
sweet. That was nice. It was,
Did he bring the cube?
No, he didn't bring the cube, but you can tell he's getting a little older. It was kind of funny. Like, he didn't have the helmet on the whole time. He put his helmet on, danced around for a while. He took it off.
Fuck.
He was like, you guys, it's getting heavier. I was like, I feel you, bud. You know, you did it for us. You did it for us, bro. All right, cool. Right on, Dead
I only
Mouse.
know that one Dead Mouse song.
I don't know any of the songs by name. I know them when they come on.
Yeah.
Was
Most
he
of the stuff.
at Ruav?
No, the
Mousetrap.
White River.
Oh, White River.
That's a pretty
everything.
small venue too, right? Was
Yeah.
it like a nice intimate
Yeah.
experience?
Yeah, it
That's
was
tight.
tight.
That's
Yeah,
tight.
that's dope.
We saw Odessa like that, and I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, we're like right.
Odessa was
yeah.
good. We saw
Yeah.
Dead Mouse at we went. He was at the track this year, or
the
yeah,
track?
yeah.
Nice.
We went to Snake
Snake
Pit.
Pit.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
Damn, I missed my there too. Fuck.
Yeah.
You saw.
White River is a good.
Nice little-
And we saw Steve Aoki. We finally completed our arc. That was the best.
After what, like 2 years?
I think like 2019, so like 3 years.
3
3 years of trying to see Steve Aoki, and we finally did it.
Damn, I gotta see him before he stops.
Oh, it's totally not worth it.
No.
No, we just it's not worth it.
Listen, this one
He's
All right,
at least one time. Do you want to get caked?
he's good, but I felt like he was just
Phoning it in.
Well, okay. And that's the thing about Indiana.
plays
Unfortunately,
other
when
people's songs.
when people come to Indiana, I feel like they just kind of phone it in.
Hold on. Which kind of people are you talking about? Because I've been to some hella shows in Indy.
No, I'm not. No, we've had some good concerts. There's some amazing concerts, but by and large, I feel like a lot of people kind of phone
I'm
it
gonna
in.
say maybe that's for the EDM crowd. Every rap show I've ever been to in Indy absolutely brings it.
I enjoyed Steve Aoki's performance, and it's not fair to say that he was playing other people's music because every DJ does that. But it's like usually you can tell, like, okay, this is a remix. This is Steve's remix. But like when I was listening to him at Indy 500, it just felt like he had his SoundCloud on. You know, like it's just like
In rap,
like it wasn't very remixed. It was just Paramore.
I think in Throw It Up, Lil Jon said Indiana second.
Yes.
So we ain't never let that shit down.
Throw it up. Oh, actually, I think he says Naptown.
Yeah, Naptown.
Which is like, oh fuck, he already he
He really
knows.
fuck with us.
Pat, your weekend?
I just worked out.
Yeah, nice. All right.
come climbing.
You meet a little cute girl at the gym?
Nah.
No, you don't hit on people at the gym because it's rude, right? They're trying to work out, and you're like, "Hey, little lady, let me show you how to squat on this dick."
No, I'm not at all at the gym, so I'm way too focused.
Okay.
And the one time I did hit on a girl at the gym, it didn't end well. So you know. you
Well,
learn your
what
lesson.
happened? What happened?
Yeah, well, just what you just said.
Oh, she was like, "Can you leave me the fuck alone? I'm trying to work
Exactly.
out." And I mean, that makes sense.
Wait, what? Like, what was the move?
How'd you go in?
Honestly,
What was your
What was
approach?
the approach?
Low key was after she was done working out because I know people don't like getting hit on in the
Okay,
gym.
that's
so I waited
respectful.
after she got done working out, but I should have waited after she was done with her abs. I didn't know she was about to do her abs. I was on my way out. I didn't want to wait for an extra 20 minutes.
Well, how are you supposed to know?
Well, what'd you say? That's what we're curious about. What was your? Were you like, "Hey, you look really nice today. I've been, eyeballing you at the gym. I've been watching you work out. Your parents are kind of see through. You think maybe later on, me and you could get a cab and go somewhere? Like, what's your
What was the approach there?
I honestly don't know what my approach was, but I think it was not along those lines.
Pat was just like doing curls, and he's like, target sighted.
You hit her with the side.
No, one other thing I did was I finally took a tour of North Mass Boulder.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw the hottest Asian chick, and I was like, this out of all the things makes me want to go.
I think.
Good shit.
Spotty,
Finally.
is it the girl in V and boat? Did you see?
I'm not even sure.
And
who
she
we
was
saw.
like a salamander, bro. She's a
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's married too, though.
That's so what?
All right.
Maybe they have,
Maybe
maybe they have a deal.
Yeah, it's pansexual.
Her deal is like, listen, we're in a marriage together, but the only person I can sleep with is like Indian dudes. And
Yeah.
Mickey's like,
bad.
It's got to be like an Indian YouTube celebrity.
guess what, right? Yeah, it's just a real niche. It's a real, just dial it in. She's like, anybody with a small, scruffy, scrappy dude looking puppy are the people I can have sex with. Or Mickey's just gonna be like,
It's a knife Instagram.
My full
who
apu,
has a nice Instagram? Yeah.
my full apu kicks in like namaste, meme sap.
And that's it. She's drenched. She slides right off the rocks and right in the arms. It's beautiful.
No,
how it works.
you know what? I'm determined to go rock climbing this weekend. Not just for the hot chicks, but I got to start working out.
Damn, you want to wait until? All right, you can go, but that means me and you have to go on like Monday. So you go whatever day you're going, but your second day is going on Monday.
Monday.
Why?
Yeah, because I'm gonna be back in town and I want to go climbing with you.
Yeah, but like
He
on
always says this. He doesn't
Monday.
go.
Yeah, you know that's what you got to get over the humps about Mondays. Mondays are all in your heads, bro.
Monday is Woman Crush Monday.
Yep.
So it'll be a lot of ladies.
You had me at whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let me pull up what we're actually talking about.
The thing on
It was Women Crush Wednesday, and then they asked
So
all
the
the
more
ladies.
women show up on Mondays?
Yeah.
My gym is always about the same.
They took a vote, and all the ladies said that Monday works best for them. So
You know
Women's
why?
Crush Monday it is.
Less men are there on Mondays oogling them. Mickey, you oogler.
Yeah. Googler.
Okay.
So
yeah, you know what? I'm down. I'm down.
well, moving on from us being at the gym and microdosing acid, was it?
Yeah.
Bro, that must
Good
be
old
crazy.
listing.
I kind of
Can you?
shit.
I wonder if there's other things you can microdose.
I mean, sure.
I might just.
I've been
dose this
microdosing fig bars since
I was
we
about
got
to say,
that
we
box
can
of them here.
microdose these lemon
Lemon
treats
bars?
that-
Oh,
Runner made us
Runner
lemon
made-
bars.
Look out,
you
and they're
guys.
scary lemon bars.
with eyeballs
and teeth.
lemons and.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure if you
Your-
go on Instagram, there's probably a story with these like being.
I
made
think-
or something.
Those are your grandmother's dentures.
actual teeth.
Edging and semen retention is like microdosing sex, right?
It is. I will never do it. So there's that.
Yeah, that just sounds like torture.
Wait, wouldn't you just? Oh yeah, I guess that is. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, I think because I was watching it. Oh, there's a Andrew Callahan video out where he's hanging out with this dude who does male erotic like massages, and he's like, I'm not gay, but like I like to pull on my friends' dicks, and like they hold each other's balls and go, buddy, your balls are so big, and he's like, yeah, man, your balls are so like full of life, man. It's like really positive male enforcement things, and he keeps saying that he's not gay, but he keeps participating in activities that makes me think he's probably at least bisexual, or pansexual, but regardless,
something there.
the like the comments and shit were talking about like semen retention. They're like, yeah, you just like save it up, and in that way, like you know, you like keep all that energy inside of you. And I'm like, I don't. It sounds like it would be painful.
That's how fights
How
happen.
long?
How long? I don't know how long you're supposed to do it for, but apparently, like you masturbate or you have sex, and when you're about to come, you just don't.
That's
I think
fucked,
I've-
dude. That's torture.
I think I've gone like 3 days without either. like without either or.
Yeah.
I wonder what the Guinness Book of World Record is for.
There's a
For
dude
the
right now
longest
who just
celibate dude?
nothing.
You know what? No Nut 2023.
No, not November.
Ricky.
No,
Let me tell you very
I
specifically.
wonder what would happen to a human being, like a human man, if he didn't nut for a whole year.
No, I bet you your
not
body
even-
just
not even
doesn't give a
masturbate.
fuck anymore. Like you probably just like you know how your legs can entropy.
Not even like masturbating. Nothing.
know
I know, but like you know how your
Nothing.
legs will entropy if you don't use them. I bet you like your libido just dies the fuck off. You just don't
I
give a
think
fuck.
Nah, not
You'll
even.
die.
At some point, you just start having wet dreams because your body's
That's
gonna
right.
take care of that. So
Yeah.
you're not gonna like die. You'll be fine.
Yeah, your body's
Might
gonna be
be
like, hey
bored,
buddy, you
but-
got too much semen and you just dreamed about a hot dog. I'm shooting it. You're like, that makes sense.
It's gotta go. The breeze is gonna hit you wrong one night, and you're gonna be like, "Oh wow, all right."
Right? Keep a change of pants on you. All right, so I don't know how we got there, but all right, Cartoon Network is dead.
What?
Yep.
Fuck off. What?
Cartoon Network is dead. They are selling Cartoon Network to Warner Brothers.
Oh, it's not dead then.
Wow.
It's not dead, but Warner Brothers has been known for killing a couple of the animation studios that have come through. So there's a potential. And I just want to talk about old Cartoon Network and, you know, where it sits in your heart.
Bro.
Yeah, I ask everybody whenever anyone's like, "How old do you think I am?" I said, "How did you feel when Goku went Super Saiyan?" Because that is how I'm gonna know how old you kind of were,
Goku going Super Saiyan got me through 9/11, straight up.
bro.
2001. I was-
But that.
Like it was so long ago. There's what other shows?
Yeah, so
and
yeah,
then-
what was you guys' life like with Cartoon Network? Do you fuck with it? What was some of your favorite
Oh,
shows? Just
dude,
like
that
what
was-
sticks out about you with Cartoon
That was
Network?
the routine after school. I mean, you had like the classic shows like Ed and Eddie, but then you had the Toonami block.
Toonami,
Yeah.
Bro, the
Toonami
Toonami
was
with Tom?
Toonami block was everything. Although that's when Naruto was on, and I didn't watch it because I was such a Dragon Ball Z stan
Yeah.
that I was just like, "What's Naruto?"
I remember trying to watch it, but because of how Naruto is with all the fillers and shit, I remember just being like I'd watch it day to day and be like, I don't know what's happening.
I
and I
literally
never know what's happening.
I literally never gave it a chance because I was just such a DBZ stan, and I don't know. I was like the one anime is good for me. But my favorite shows from back in the day, I think Ed and Eddie is like my absolute favorite. But we had Dexter's Lab.
Yeah.
We had
Anything Jindy Tartakovsky touched, fucking
Man.
Samurai Jack.
Yes, Samurai
yeah.
Jack. Oh my
Teenage
God.
Robot was the shit too.
Teenage Robot was fun.
Hold on, I feel bad. You didn't watch cartoons? You didn't watch cartoons? What were you doing
You watched cartoons
in 2001?
By the
You watched
Bell-
some
we were
I
cartoons.
watched South Park. Okay, I watched South Park when I was,
You
in
didn't
middle
watch
school.
like Nickelodeon.
You never had a kid
I watched
moment?
Nickelodeon, but
Okay, so-
I watched so I didn't watch Cartoon Network. That wasn't my thing.
But Nickelodeon was.
Nickelodeon was that.
You watched
Okay.
like, all that and all that.
I watched all that.
All
And all
that.
Ken and Kill.
R.I.P. Coolio.
What was it?
So hold on, you just didn't watch cartoons. You like the live action shit. What
Yeah.
cartoons did you watch? Other than South Park's barely a cartoon.
Just name a cartoon.
Rugrats.
Rugrats.
There you go. That's a good one.
Okay,
That's
okay.
a really, really
but
good one.
still.
All right, well, now I guess we're also talking about Nickelodeon, but I do want to keep going on the Cartoon Network.
I'm having a hard time remembering what Bill and Mandy, was that cartoon?
Billy
Network?
and Mandy
The
was
Grim
Cartoon
Adventures
Network.
of Bill and Mandy.
Yeah.
Bill and Mandy was
Foster's Home for Imaginary
Yeah. Hold on,
That
I'm
one
just gonna
is
type up. We're
goated.
gonna do a little research here.
Hold on,
I
wait a
gotta
minute.
show you-
Chowder, Adventure Time,
Yep.
fucking
that's
Oh my God, what was the
okay.
other one that
See,
was
so I
animated like that?
missed that era. Like,
Yeah.
so I haven't.
Flapjack.
I haven't seen Adventure Time. I haven't seen Gumball. I haven't seen Regular
Gumball.
Show.
Regular Show was alright.
I haven't seen like the like. I feel like there were two golden eras. Like Ed and Eddie is like the golden era that I grew up with, but then there was a second golden era with the
Courage the Cowardly
Courage the
Dog.
Cowardly
Yes,
motherfucking
Kung Fu
dog.
Night comes through in clutch.
Yes,
Bro.
Courage the Cowardly
With the
Dog. That
use,
shit
this
is
is
goated.
bad.
And you know what? There was a meme that explained Courage the Cowardly Dog. Like,
From the dog's perspective.
it's from the dog's perspective, so he doesn't know the world outside of his backyard. That's why to him it seems like nowhere.
Everything's scary as
It's,
fuck.
yeah, everything's scary, and he's in the middle of it. Dude, what a
That
what
show
a
was
great
so good.
show.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
was
So
terrifying.
I'm just gonna name off a couple of shows to jog some memories. We got Ben 10. I never fucked with Total Drama Island, but I knew some people who did. Foster's.
Foster.
Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy was named. Teen Titan, which
Oh, yeah, the
put me on a
original.
the OG. Although I like the new ones actually pretty good too. I'm not even showing it. Teen Titans and Courage and what was the Star Wars Clone Wars? There it is.
Clone Wars came out. Yeah.
Clone Wars dropped in 2008,
Clone Wars was
On
Star Wars.
Cartoon Network?
Cartoon Network, yeah.
2008 to 2020.
Fuck up.
The Clone Wars that you guys are watching right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I didn't see any regular show. Obviously, Samurai Jack. Oh, Justice League was fucking hard.
Yeah, all of them. Justice League Unlimited got up there.
Ooh, Super Pets.
They had a lot of really good fucking shows, and I don't want it to go away. Because I remember Cartoon
was
Network.
just
I remember a
banger
time
after
before
banger.
Cartoon Network existed, and I wanted to watch cartoons as a kid and like couldn't. And it was just like comforting to me that Cartoon Network was on because like I really like cartoons way more than I like live action shit.
Yeah.
Like Cartoon Network like made me feel good. Like watching cartoons made me be like, look at it. Cartoons are fun and cool and funny, and like I don't have to watch
That
like
and
live
there was a
action
lot
shit.
of-
It was comforting because like your parents are always watching TV and it's always on like some news channel, so it was like it was comforting to know like this network is for me.
Yeah.
You know, like this is like our shit.
This is mine.
Yeah, like
I used to love Toonami, how we talked about, like, because it was legit for a lot of people, their first introduction to anime.
Yep. I mean, that is why we know anime, man.
DBZ, I mean,
Bebop.
Dude, yeah, Bebop,
Say what you will
Bobo,
about
Bobo, fucking
Big O.
Big O. That was that shit.
Good.
see, to be honest, I was a DBZ fuckboy, and
was
I
it?
never gave any of these other shows a chance. And, I
man.
don't even
Trigun?
know. And it,
Trigun, yeah.
I never gave it a chance.
Solid soundtrack,
And it
too.
wasn't even the fact that I was like, ooh, DBZ or nothing. I just literally didn't want to watch
Like,
them for some
yeah.
reason.
Because of those shows, like Trigun really hit me up. Like when the first time I watched,
I really wanted to watch Trigun.
I know you guys fuck with Seven Deadly Sins, but the first time I watched Seven Deadly Sins and like Meliodas is being all like, "Oh, I'm just the dude. I'm not the guy." I was like, "Trigun, he's the guy. He's the guy." I've seen this trope before. He's the dude. I don't
Right,
care.
that's the anime
I don't care
dude.
what he says. I know he's the dude because look at him. He's the dude.
He's the first one that showed up on screen.
He's the fucking guy. He's doing the I'm not the guy thing.
It was tight when they had Tom and like something went wrong with the ship and you had to go
Yeah.
online and do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And then they had Tom 2.0 come out and he was all slim and shit with the new
Yeah,
voice.
he was
Like,
taller.
yeah, I was like, this shit's cool.
All right. So now we're gonna have to shout out a couple of the lineup from Toonami just to make sure we're just doing a nostalgia drip out here.
Nostalgia drip. Just unlock my memories.
Oh, hold on. What the fuck is this? 1998? No.
Oh yeah, Boondocks was coming on Toonami.
I also got my first touch into Sailor Moon. I really watched a lot of Sailor Moon because
You know what? I think that's what, because it would be Dragon Ball Z and then Sailor Moon, and I didn't want to watch Sailor Moon, so I would just leave. So whatever came on after that, I wouldn't watch until
You know
I
what?
got older.
I think that's what it might
Yeah.
have been. I think it was the Sailor Moon block, and then I didn't want to watch that for some reason, and I just like
you're like it's a cartoon for girls.
yeah, probably.
I was like, there's girls in this cartoon. I'm gonna watch it.
No, because I fucking love Powerpuff Girls. Like that was, you know,
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
That was different though.
Come on, Powerpuff
Power
Girls.
Girls slap.
The
bro.
rowdy rough boys. We should be the
Yeah.
rowdy rough boys for Halloween.
Oh no! I want to. Have you guys seen anybody? You remember that one episode of Powerpuff Girls where those like big buffy ass fucking brawling
pretend
looking
to be
dudes?
them?
Yeah, they pretend to be the Powerpuff Girls. They just have on like really shitty paper mache costumes. I've seen two people fucking.
Nail
I've
it.
seen three people like do that for Halloween, and it's hilarious because it's just like brawny ass dudes just being like, We're Pop-Up Girls. It's like, all right, that's fucking hilarious.
Oh my god, that'd be a great group.
All right, so Pat, because we don't want to have you left out, you just need to. I want to know, what did young Pat watch? Young Pat and Bo get off of school.
Even if it wasn't cartoons.
What were you watching?
Bo was doing his own thing.
Okay, so y'all didn't hang out.
No.
Okay, cool. So what did young Pat do? I just assume y'all were friends.
He's like, I worked out.
No. I mean, I was outside, just shooting hoops, on my driveway. I watched Nickelodeon though. I watched, you guys didn't watch Even Stevens? You guys didn't
Even
watch?
Stevens?
I didn't fuck with Even Stevens.
Lizzie McGuire?
Lizzie McGuire, That's So Raven.
That's so Raven.
Maybe it's because you're slightly older than
all
us.
of
You were in
those are
all the
still
live action
Disney.
shit.
No, I don't think that's it. We're not that far in age difference. Like, you were a Nickelodeon kid. I mean,
You just never watched cartoons though. This is the part that I'm finding.
he just
Aside from
named-
Rugrats,
but
He just
Nickelodeon-
named 4 Disney shows.
yeah, Nickelodeon.
there was
had-
also 4 Disney shows.
Those are
Oh, wait.
Even
weren't those-
Stevens.
Oh, you're right. That is
Yeah.
Disney.
Maybe you're
Disney. I was
you're
a
a
Disney
Disney
boy.
kid.
Okay, bet.
Toy.
Toy.
Hey man, Even Stevens was a really good show.
That was a good
It
show.
was.
What was that?
Shia LaBeouf. That was hilarious.
Was that one Disney movie where the old girl's in space and it's?
Xenon, the 21st century.
Yes, that was really good.
I watched. I didn't watch Disney TV shows. I watched all those movies.
Those movies were good.
You know how many times?
Action Jackson, that was really good.
Yeah. You know how many times I've seen Brink?
Yeah.
Like 100 times. I wanted to roll a Brink so bad.
Soul Skater.
Yeah. Let's go.
Soul skating.
All right, guys, listen. We're going to react to all of these old... No, we're not. I remember I showed Marquetta Smart House because it's got Peggy Bundy in it, and Marquetta loves Peggy Bundy because she's secretly Peggy
Smart House,
Bundy.
that one with the little kid, smart boy.
No, that's
Guy.
Smart Guy. Smart House was the one where this guy's mom dies, and they win a competition to have a Smart House from the future, but then the Smart House goes crazy and is like, I'm taking over, and I'm an actual mom now.
There's a
Weird.
really good video review by Jarvis Johnson on that movie. It's really,
Yeah.
Man, movies from back in the day were just like
It was just a movie.
wild and creative.
Yeah,
like,
you accept it.
yeah, it was just so creative. Like, I can't remember the name of this movie or what. I'm pretty sure it was Disney, but it was like this kid buys like this weird science kit, and he accidentally ends up cloning himself. You remember that?
The other me.
The other me.
It's like all the other me.
The other me.
Yeah, he said that was childhood favorite.
I remember Clock Stopper is the one where they get that.
Yeah.
But listen,
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, man. But when you hit him with the movies back in the day, it used to be so old man Mickey. Movies nowadays aren't creative or good. Back in my day, we had Tom Toonami. He was a
I would
robot.
argue that they're not. They're movies today.
I would argue that you're not watching the right stuff. This creative shit is still out there.
You're probably right, but I'm saying if you have to look for it now, whereas back in
It's
the
not
day,
as mainstream.
Yeah, back in the day, it was just like every movie was like super out there and creative. Today, I feel like the mainstream is very safe, and you have to look for the good.
I
shit.
think
you think
the
we're
reason.
putting out more movies now, though?
Yeah, I'm about to say.
yeah.
I think the reason why it
100%.
is like that is just because the market's oversaturated with all the streaming things. There's some really cool creative shit on streaming. There's also a lot of dumb doo-doo butt trash.
Oh,
butt
speaking
trash.
of streaming, did you hear what Netflix is going to do now because they realize they're fucking up?
Are they
What?
getting commercials?
Yep. They're gonna bump down their subscription price to $6.99 a month, but it's gonna be commercials. So
So we're just going back to cable.
Yeah, it's
we're-
cable.
I predicted this from the beginning. It's all gonna consolidate back to cable. It's
You know-
all,
Going back to Comcast,
it's all
baby.
gonna consolidate
You
back
know
to
why it
cable
is?
one day.
It's because they can't find a good way to monetize this shit. And like, unfortunately, running commercials is the best way to actually monetize shit.
Well-
but also, like, we tried to move past it, and then everyone made a streaming service because they were like, well, everyone else is doing good, so we got to do good too. It's like we're all
Netflix-
chasing the horse of like, how much fucking money can we make out of this shit? And it all
Netflix-
just dialed back around to, well, we should probably go back to cable. I guess.
Netflix made the mistake of just being Kickstarter. They just greenlit
Everything.
all of just everything. Like you could have like. You don't even need to send in like a script or a fleshed out idea. You can just call somebody at Netflix and be like, "Hey,
You know?
I'm gonna shoot this movie about this guy."
You're not wrong about that, but if someone was like, hey, let's make this TV show about a horse who used to be an actor, I don't know who else is going to green like
no,
that,
I mean,
and I'm
there's-
kind of glad they did.
There's bangers,
Was
but
that
I'm saying,
Netflix?
yeah,
BoJack
BoJack
Horseman?
Horseman? I don't know why I thought that was Cartoon Network.
there
too.
are bangers, but I'm saying they pretty much threw whatever at the wall, and like 1 out of 100 things landed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They wasted so much money on shows that didn't go past like season 1.5 or 2. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate what they've done. I don't know how they're going to survive in the future. I don't know how any of it's going to survive because we are kind of living through the golden age of TV. The only place that I think is going to stick around forever and ever is going to be HBO, because HBO's been very, very, very,
But
very, very
Did
consistent.
they work that
I
out
mean,
because it's HBO,
it's
HBO Max,
Discovery now.
and
Well, I mean, they've also merged the guy that came in, the Discovery CEO, and he's known to like slash shit.
Oh,
like,
fuck.
He's only about the like Batgirl. Batgirl got canceled because he killed it.
But I mean,
and
HBO's
it was in the editing bay. It was ready to be released, and he was like, "Nah, this is going to be a tax write-off." Like,
Never gonna see it.
He's notorious for just cutting anything and everything. That's why people are really worried about Euphoria, because they're
But,
like,
like,
I don't know, we don't know if it's coming back.
Maybe because HBO's always been pay to play, right? From the get go, right? If you have an HBO channel in the fucking 90s, I don't remember when HBO came out. You get what the point I'm saying. You had to pay for it, right? And that's so because of that, they were able to be like, cool, we're able to put up the shit we want to put out. They put 6 Feet Under, Bored to Death, all of these like. The Wire, The Corner, like all of this shit that probably wouldn't fly on other networks. Yeah. HBO's been able to be like, have a really consistent roster of like, this is the shit we put out. This is what we want to make. It does good. It's like high concept. There's tits and dragons. Like they've always been able to do that.
That's where the
and I feel like cutting that off like wouldn't make a difference. Like even if Discovery did do that, if HBO went back to pay to play, everyone I think still would pay to play because they've been really fucking consistent. It's not TV, it's HBO.
But now other places have started doing well like that. Like
HBO,
Showtime, and Stars,
Fucking Hulu.
Yeah.
I missed out on My Handmaid's Tale this week, so I was busy doing
But
stupid
you are
shit.
right.
Abbott's on Hulu.
Out of any other network, HBO has like solidified the reputation from the beginning.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they hardly miss.
They figured out the formula pretty
Even the
well.
miniseries. What was that one? The night after? The
Night
shit
of.
shook me.
The night of.
The night of? Yeah.
That was good.
That was a really good one. Yeah, they hardly ever miss.
Well, to move away from TV. Gonna talk.
well, yeah.
No, yeah, what?
Well, no, I was going to ask if we were going to talk about She-Hulk at all because I thought that
Oh!
was weird, but we can go into whatever else.
Oh, we can talk about She-Hulk.
Yeah.
All right, listen.
You guys go off on a tangent. No, I'll
Top tier. It's okay to not like She-Hulk. Other tier. I think you need actual constructive criticism. Instead of saying a lot of their comments, some of our comments have been like, oh, it's woke, or like this is trash, or like women this, yada, blah, 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 that. I know it's not a lot of them, and I know a lot of people have legitimate grievances, but like, let us talk about our reasons why we did or did not like it and legitimate grievances.
Oh, I definitely did like it. Wait, have you guys ever seen the finale and all that?
They don't care.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, so like when it's going at first like off the rails and she starts like breaking the wall and she's just like, wait, are we gonna do this? Like there's no way this is the way the season ends. I was like, yeah, same, but I also didn't think it was gonna end on, that level of just it being aware of itself.
Yeah, very meta.
It felt anticlimactic. I was hoping for a little more, but still I liked it. Like I'm hoping for season 2.
So
Daredevil's sight.
I feel the same way what you like about Ring of Power. What you feel, whatever you feeling.
Yeah.
But I was with you. I was like in the beginning, I liked it. The first 2 episodes, I liked it, and I was like, we're going through the motions. And then the last, I think maybe 2 or 3 episodes got me back into it. I actually like the meta aspect. Like maybe you guys watch more TV shows that do meta, but I only know a few TV shows that do meta really well. It's Community and like Deadpool.
Yeah.
For my understanding. So I actually liked the meta, and I also actually really, really liked how Kevin Feige was the AI. Because they could have, I think maybe people really wanted to kill the real Kevin Feige. I didn't want that. And I like the AI because it made it more funny.
Yeah. I think, real quick, we should probably explain to Mickey.
Yeah.
So the ending episode of She-Hulk, as the end starts, they start gearing up for this really big fight, a big brawl.
Typical. Like,
Yeah, and she's like, hold on, like she breaks the fourth wall. She's like, what the fuck is this? And literally like zooms out to the Disney Plus thing. She comes out of her like box and like finds like the behind the scenes, jumps into the behind the scenes, goes into the writer's room. She's like, yo, what
You
the
see
fuck?
her walking through like Disney,
Like the backlots, like some Animaniac shit. And then they're like, oh, you got to go talk to Kevin. They're like, no one can talk to Kevin. She walks in, beats up a couple security guards, and we think it's going to be Kevin Feige, but it's actually a robot named Kevin, and it's like, it's an acronym for like knowledge, something. And then she like talks with him, and she's like, look, I don't want to do this like silly ass ending where I have to fight someone who has the same powers as me that they stole. Like this is literally in every ending of Marvel. She's like, let's switch it up. And they have a conversation about it, and they go back, and because she's a lawyer, they get into some like litigation shit, and that's how it ends. So it doesn't end with this fight. It's more like the Loki ending, which I did also like.
Yeah.
And I understand why a lot of people, because some people in the comments like, we wanted to see the fight, and for me, it's like every single Marvel property's been ending that way. Like, there's one dude said, and I quote in our commenter, I'm calling you out. He said, "This shit is boring. It should have been a fight like every other Disney show." That sentence is fucked.
Isn't that kind of what She-Hulk is though? Like it's
She's
kind
a
of,
fourth wall breaking.
it's kind of
comedy.
like a self-aware like Deadpool kind of
yeah.
break. Because like there was a whole comic where Deadpool kills the animator animating the comic.
Yeah, and it just
That's so
ends.
fucking cool.
There's
Like-
no more pages.
Yeah, there's just
That's the fucking moment.
So I don't know. I can see it though because like if you're I guess it's like the consequence of having a pattern and then
Yeah.
wanting to break that pattern.
Yeah.
And it's a thing of like people are like break the pattern, but then when you break the pattern, they're like, why'd you break
But
the
not
pattern?
like that.
Why are you doing that?
It's a subversion of expectations.
That would be really wild. To
So-
like that seems like maybe they went too self-aware. Maybe I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I mean,
Almost, so
possibly.
I'm speculating.
It kind of feels like that, but also, yeah, I did like I appreciate the ending, but it just, yeah, I don't know.
I
would like
so-
something different.
I think maybe if we would have had that fight,
Yeah.
and then maybe we still broke the fourth wall, and then maybe it would have been better. Because it is like we come for Marvel for one thing, it's for fights. And
That is not why.
I
we
think a lot
all
of people
come
watch
from-
Marvel for the superhero showdowns. Like they don't come to.
I can agree with that.
Like the reason why Endgame and Infinity were so great because like big ass showdown.
But I mean, it's also a
What-
really good story because
yeah, there's a good story, but like
Civil War.
Was there any other action in She-Hulk, or was it
in
like,
that episode, no.
the action episode is the one before that.
Before.
Her and Daredevil break in and do some shit to some people.
And then she really didn't do anything in that.
Have
one.
you seen Daredevil?
Yeah, but that's the other thing is
It's
that
like
she's a fucking Hulk. She literally can't come up against a fight that she won't be able to easily
Again,
win in
if
seconds.
you're a Marvel fan, you want to see action from her. You want to see her use her superpowers.
When you
want her to see her.
I can't disagree with that. Yeah.
You want
also
her
she
to
got
see
in
her
trouble.
do stuff with her superhero-ness. I think the ending was good. I actually liked the ending. I'm not saying I know why people are mad because they came from Marvel and they expected superhero-ness.
Like they geared up
Like
for.
maybe they should
Yeah.
have started the fight and then she should have been like, "This is dumb."
They
I mean, they
almost-
kinda
that's
do
just
that.
Like
They did
the
that, but-
kid gets, he's like, I had the dude that was sleeping with you take your blood. So he takes it, he shoots himself up, he starts becoming a Hulk, which shouldn't work.
Shouldn't work. He should have died off top.
We know that shouldn't happen. So she's like, wait, this?
Doesn't make any
she
sense.
never
Why the
actually,
fuck are we
she
doing
never
this,
actually
like-
fight him. She never actually
Yeah.
Isn't
people wanted maybe want to see
isn't
that.
Kevin Feige kind of on like wanting to get out? Like,
Yeah,
is
he
on
is.
his way?
He's on his way.
And I feel like you can kind of tell because, like, I will say this phase of Marvel has been so expansive, which is a good thing because, like, you know, we're exploring all these crazy ideas and concepts, but then it's like it doesn't feel focused. And,
Yeah.
and not even to compare it to the first 10 years, just literally comparing it to itself. It just feels super all over the place.
All right, so
And I don't know. It's I don't know.
with She-Hulk, my opinion on it and on Marvel at the moment, I'm always, because of who I am, because I'm the creative director, because I value creativity and shit, I'm always going to enjoy a big ridiculous swing, even if it misses, more than I'm gonna enjoy the same shit done again. Because I hate the missed out on opportunity. I want to see something new almost every single time. I want to see something fucking wild almost every single time, right? Especially when we're dealing with something that's 18 movies in, 18 properties or what the fuck ever in. I don't want to see the same shit. I just don't. I'm tired of it. And if you're going to give me something that's going to be vastly different, even if it doesn't work all the way, I'm going to applaud it. If I was a teacher, I'd be like, you get an A+, even though you didn't quite stick the landing. I saw what you were going for. And I want to encourage more of that because I feel like when someone misses like that and they don't encourage more of it, they're just like, well, back to the drawing board, like they're going to probably do with fucking Andor. I'm really liking Andor, not because it's a big change, but because it's really good. It also is a big change. But if Andor doesn't do well and Star Wars is like, well, back to the fucking Skywalker saga, I'm going to be sad. I want.
And that's likely what's gonna
we need that
happen.
kind of change. We need that fucking push.
Because there's the thing, Andor and Visions both are going super under the radar.
They were great. They were both great.
Pattern
Fuck you.
they're
I'll
on now,
fight
they're
on
going to be
that.
following like a shipbuilder on the next Star Wars series.
love
I
Andor.
want to
Andor
respond to
is
what
so
you just
good.
said. I think like I'm with you. I want to see different shit. I'm just making this argument, and I'm going to probably offend some people here. Offend them because listen. I'm a Marvel fan. I love Marvel. And I'm with you. I want the swings. I like the new shit. But Marvel fans, let's just say if you're watching Marvel, you want consistency. You want safety. You're safe. You know what you want, and you stay in the comfort zone. Like you don't want shit outside that you're not out of your norm. Like
I feel like
I
it's
disagree.
you know what you want and you want to get that. You don't want.
I feel like you know what to expect.
I agree and disagree, but you have to separate the fandom now between the mainstream fandom, which is us because we don't read the comics and I don't have like in-depth knowledge about shit. But then there's also the hardcore people, and I'll use Thor: Love and Thunder as an example. They introduced a character.
Haven't seen it yet. Careful.
Then close your ears. Has anybody seen it? Everybody seen it?
Yeah.
No.
You remember the at the end? I think he's called Eternity.
Yeah.
So okay, you can open your ears now. Chris, you're good. Okay, so anyway, well actually no, I'm sorry. Go. That character is supposed to be one of the most powerful entities in the universe, and the fact that they didn't even give that entity a speaking line, like it was a set piece, right? So like people see that and they're like, why even show that if you're not gonna do anything with it?
Because
you know what I mean?
they're making a movie for a century.
Okay, Chris, you're good. Chris. So I agree. So like I feel like the mainstream fans, they might be used to the pattern or whatever, and they might want the whatever
Consistency.
They want the consistency, but like the more hardcore fandom, which I will say is a big majority of the fandom. I would say there's more.
Are they bringing in dollars?
No, yeah. I mean, they all go to the movie. I would argue that most people that watch Marvel are probably pretty hardcore about it. Like a lot of them probably are familiar with the comics and stuff.
Okay.
And the fact that like the movies will explore some concepts, but in such a lazy, loose way that it's just like a turnoff. Like, why even go there if you're
not going to go deep?
If you're not going to do anything with it.
Okay,
Why,
so
like,
my question is like the mainstream.
Love and Thunder was trash, by the way.
I love it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Christian Bale was incredible, but
Christian Bale was good.
Christian Bale was
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah, he was amazing.
But the movie was trash.
Christian Bale kills every like role. I think like any role like he has to get himself into. He just like he made me like I felt bad for him. Like
Well,
You feel bad for every villain, Pat.
You know the nails that he had in the movie. Those were his actual nails.
That's fucking crazy.
Like he grew out his nails,
Jesus.
and so he
Wow.
like it. That's the type of like that's why he's good because that's the type of dedication that he puts into every role.
But what I was going to say with that is like, I think, and I got into Marvel with Iron Man, and then you guys probably got into Marvel way before that, right?
No,
I mean,
not really.
cartoons for me, like
But
the Spider-Man
you guys
cartoon
were-
is always
well,
one of them.
X-Men,
I knew comic books were on. I didn't watch comic books or anything like that. But Marvel has been around for a while before Iron Man. And my thing is, mainstream helped build Marvel to what it is now, and I think Marvel is scared to fuck with that because they may lose those dollars. And the real comic book stands won't be able to bring those dollars to them the way the mainstream is. Marvel's been around for a long time, but Marvel's where they're at because of the mainstream took them to where it is at.
The reason why I don't disagree with Pat is because even here at the
sort
Normies,
of.
we've said the words consistency a billion times, and I guarantee you with a company that makes $1 billion, they're probably just like, we can't rock the boat too hard.
Yeah,
We can't rock
I
the
mean,
boat too hard. We don't know what's going to happen.
Especially because they're owned by Disney,
Right? And Disney has
doesn't
a
do
box,
that.
and they're like, you kind of need to be. So the one thing I want to say about backing up my whole like crazy shit is that one of the best things DC did was breaking away from its own formula. And I think that that's what made DC good. And if DC's formula was good, they probably wouldn't have broken away from it. But it doesn't matter. If the formula was good with the dark brooding shit and it had kept going, after 10 years of that, you got to break away from it. You got to do something different, right? And so when they did the Suicide Squad, the second Suicide Squad movie, that shit was great. I even liked Aquaman because it was just like, this is vastly different. The first Wonder Woman movie, good. The second Wonder Woman movie, trying a bunch of shit, bad.
Absolute dumb.
Fucking absolutely stupid and dumb and trash. But guess what? They tried some shit. Like, just you can't, once you get in your comfort zone, creatively, you get in your comfort zone, you stay there for as long as you can, and when it's time to move on, it's time to move on, and that's how things grow. Otherwise, it will atrophy and fucking die.
100%.
And so, like, if they're gonna try some crazy ass shit with She-Hulk, bet, go for that. Keep trying the crazy shit because eventually Marvel's gonna atrophy and die if they don't change, if they don't evolve. And the only way to evolve is to get outside of your comfort zone and to try weird shit.
It's one thing to try weird shit, but you still need to have like a plan. Like I just don't know where anything is going. You know,
They have a phase 5
it
or
just
6
doesn't.
coming out now?
It's just all kinds of stuff. Like the universe is so expanded now, which is awesome. But at the same time, it just feels like you're in this like carnival fun house.
We're getting into actual comic book stuff. Like once we
Yeah,
start
we're
getting
about to do
into-
Secret Wars and shit, man.
Yeah, oh, it's
Dude,
gonna be awesome.
like,
Look, I'm gonna keep
alien
watching
fighting
Marvel
and-
movies for sure, and but I can if it's hard. We always talk about Kevin Feige as like the dude, you know, like but like it's such a group collaborative effort that I don't know if it's fair to just give one person like the credit. But if we're saying that Kevin Feige was responsible for how structured the first 10 years was, and now there's news that maybe he's on his way out or wanting to be out because he's had enough of it, which I don't blame him, and how unfocused everything seems, you can kind of see it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm really trying to say, but...
Yeah, I feel it. I mean, I think you just got to break away. That's it. And
Yeah.
I'm interested in what's going to
and they
happen.
are.
And the same for DC and the same for everything else.
And
Like,
they still...
and I just don't want them to keep treading the same ground. Like, yeah, sure, a new Blade feels cool because it's been a really long time since Blade came out. But like, can we? I need something new. Give me
Actually,
something
there
fresh.
was a
different.
quote from Christian Bale. He was talking about his experience on Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
And he was just saying like Marvel's dependency on green screens kind of took all the joy out of acting for him. Like he was like, it was the epitome of monotony. Like acting in Marvel, because like all of the scenes that they do, everything that you're seeing on screen,
Yeah.
they're just in a big giant green room. There's no like there's some practical sets.
But it's not how most movies are done.
No, man. I would, and that's why.
Ooh, Woman King's about to come out. They
Yeah.
say there's no CGI.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
And all of them have been training like African warriors for this 5
So,
hours.
I'm very excited for that.
That's gonna go hard.
I thought people use green screen is mainly used for like sets, like to build a set, right?
Yeah, but
you
let
say
me ask you
not
this: if
necessarily.
we were shooting something and we're like, "Hey, we need to be at a waterfall," sure, we can green screen us and be by a waterfall, or we can take the time, go out, find a waterfall, and find until the
Because
lights
it'll
right,
put
and
you
that's
into
always
the-
going to look better.
Okay,
If we got $1 million budget, we going to a
Yeah,
waterfall.
but the Love and Thunder and all those movies, like Disney has to produce so many freaking movies they can't do.
But
Yeah,
but-
it's
but-
art. We
but
want it to be
but-
art and not a fucking like
that's-
chain line of things that just get pooped out.
That's what it is. You can start to notice it after a while because they're pumping so much out. Their CGI begins to be less and less quality. And it's a superhero movie, so you can't get around using green screens because you can't go to another planet. Like, they have to use green screens, but like the best CGI is supplementary.
Yeah.
Not the main thing. The best CGI is when you can't notice it.
Or-
Obviously, you can't do that for superhero movies. You're gonna notice the CGI. But I'm saying, and again, Love and Thunder is not a spoiler, but I mean, you've seen the trailers.
Yes.
You Natalie Portman, you know.
What? Natalie Portman's in it?
But anyways, her helmet, like, it's gotten to the point where they don't even make costumes anymore. Like
That sucks.
like in Endgame, you know the time travel,
yeah.
the time travel white suits they were wearing. That's all CGI. They're not actually wearing that.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Why?
it's gotten to the point.
I think they didn't know how they were going to design them yet, and so they were like, just have them wear like shit that we could green screen them to them so we could design it later. But that is a problem.
But that's what I'm saying. It's gotten to the point where they're not even making the costumes anymore, and you can tell because it's just like that helmet's not on your head. Like,
So-
and it's a fucking helmet. Make the fucking helmet. Just
And
make the helmet.
what I wanna
Just-
say about
you
that
have
is
$1
that
billion. Why
me
do
and
you have to
Marquetta-
CGI a helmet on her?
Me and Marquetta try to spend our time when we get the chance going to movie theaters and not to watch like movies like this. Like we saw Nope in the theater, which was great. I fucking love that. We saw the 355 in theaters, and it was a bad movie, and I really enjoyed watching it. Like I want to go to the movies to see shit that's not tied into an extended universe. Like I want to see. I'm gonna sound super old and super lame. Roast me for it. I want to see art. I want to see a fucking film. I want to see something that's gonna tell me a story that isn't about gods and fucking superpowers. And I'm loving that. I went back and watched some fucking Godard shit and some Truffaut shit, just some French New Wave fucking cinema, just to be like, oh yeah, movies, because it's an art form, 100%. Even if it's a blockbuster in order to make money, it still needs to be fucking art. Like straight up, right? This isn't a commodity, all right? We don't have to be consumers all the time. Sometimes we can try to enjoy something because of the fucking emotions that it makes you feel. And that's fun too. It doesn't have to be Love and fucking Thunder. So what I'm saying is for all of y'all watching, for any of y'all sitting at this table, take your time and go watch a fucking film. Go watch a movie.
boring.
I'm gonna circle this back to
Jurassic
Smart
Park's
House.
best movie ever made.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna circle this back to Smart House now.
Bet.
Okay, because there are good artsy movies, right?
Yes.
You have to look for them now. Like you said, you have to like seek out the good films. But like back in the day, you know, Freaky Friday, Smart House, all these weird, weird concepts. I wouldn't call Smart House art, but it was fun.
It was.
and
Indeed.
it was the norm to have kooky ideas like that.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, so then here's my thing. When you want to go see a nice painting, what do? You
go
fucking
to
pull up a
museum.
comic book? You Google image? Or do you go to the fucking IMA?
I mean, yeah, I go to the museum, but
All right, bet. So when you want to, so what I'm saying is, when I'm saying that as fucking humans, when you want art, you seek that shit out. I
you gotta go
don't.
see
When
it.
I want to listen to songs that I want to listen to, I pull up my Spotify and I find some shit. I don't just wait for the radio to tell me what's good. I want to figure out what's good. I don't want to be a consumer all the fucking time. I want to enrich my artistic self by seeking that shit out, and that's what you got to do.
I'm so behind on my music knowledge, dude.
I got a
don't know
question.
anybody
Yeah.
You brought some. You got a good question out here. Art. I've never been to an art studio or
Or an art museum?
Art museum or anything, because I thought that's for people above my class. Because you know, I'm like I never grew up.
Where
with
you
that.
gotta think higher yourself.
So you know, like even to even look at the art, like right. I figure I get the same whatever you're trying to look at the art, going to the place and then looking at my phone. Like
So
I don't see why people.
All right,
It's
blow.
still-
We're taking it to the end.
Because
We're
it's
taking it to the
still-
end.
it's still like
you
I'm
look
looking at the same image. Like it
went to
doesn't
art
change
school.
anything.
I went to
love
art
one
school.
line,
I can answer this one. I can answer
Yeah.
this one. Okay, I'm gonna tell you Van Gogh. Okay, everybody's seen a picture of the Starry Night.
Yeah.
You know what Starry Night
Yeah.
is. Okay, I haven't seen Starry Night in person, but at the IMA they had
the whole
sunflower.
Yeah, they're good. I think they have
had
sunflowers
one.
there.
Okay, when you look at art in person, you see the texture, you see the strokes, you see the detail. You remember when we got trolled with all those signed Funko Pops, and I showed you they were fake because you could see the hesitations in the stroke? You can see the artist's mind kind of based on like how confident
I
the
don't
strokes
think
are.
I get that though.
Yeah,
But that's
see,
because you don't know how. You've never been. You just say you're what 30 fucking 6. How old are you? How old are
Bring
you?
me down.
34?
There we go.
You're
Fuck.
34. You never been to an art museum. There's a way to look at art, just like there's a way to listen to music, just like there's a way to watch TV.
And actually, right
okay.
now they
You
have
ever-
a special thing going on. It's the like the 18 or something like that. A bunch of like, did you go to Butter?
He didn't go to Butter.
Now,
Bro, you would've-
Gang now has an exhibit up in
Let's go.
IMA. It is the 18 artists that did the Black Lives Matter mural for the street.
Oh,
they
shit.
now have the Black Lives Matter stuff all in the Children's Museum as well.
Ooh, that's
but
nice.
IMA now has the same spot where they had the Van Gogh and all that, like the exhibit where the whole thing was Starry Night, is now filled with art from those people, local artists.
I'm dead serious. We're
I'll-
shooting a vlog where we're taking you there.
I'll simplify this even more for you, Pat. Have you ever bought a piece of clothing or anything online, and then when it arrived, it was either better or worse? Than
Yes.
it looked in, there you go.
Yeah.
The,
See it in real
the
life,
picture
yeah.
didn't.
But
No, the picture didn't do it justice. It either ended up being like, "Oh, this is
But
way better than I thought it was."
But art is different. Art, I'm not consuming. I'm not feeling it.
You are consuming it.
No,
You are
I'm
feeling it.
consuming it with my eyes. Like
It's consuming.
but it's not. It's not like
It's consumption.
I'm still gonna feel like me seeing the Starry Night on a computer versus me seeing Starry Night. I'm still gonna feel the same thing.
No, you're
Hold
not.
on. The
I
last thing too is this.
guarantee you're
I
not.
know that. I really think you're underrating yourself here.
Yeah,
your
I
eyes
feel-
are connected to your brain, and seeing shit in person is better. It is a different feeling. It is a different vibe. We talk about going to concerts and the different vibes that a concerts
like
are.
you feel
Hold on,
like-
and the different concerts that are in different locations, that are in different places, that have a different vibe. All of that same is true by your eyes. We're gonna do a whole vlog. We're gonna take you to the art museum, and then at the end of it, we're gonna have you just look at a piece of art and be like, speculate on it. Tell us how it makes you fucking feel.
I never got that. How does art make you feel shit? 'Cause I-
You're gonna find out.
When people say like, how does it? I never got this.
The
Like,
more
why
you
does-
fuck
how
around.
does it invoke emotions?
Well, that's what we're saying. We're gonna see if we can. All right, guys, we're about to wrap up the podcast here, but in the future, I'm saying either this month or next month, we're gonna take Pat
I
to
wanna-
the art museum, and we're gonna see if we can get Pat to have feelings
I want
about
to be
art.
his tour guide. Just,
Bet.
I want to be the, I want to be the host.
All right. So look, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Stick around for the raid. We're about to get out of here. This has been the Talking Normies podcast.
One last thing. It's like listening to music on any other service and then listening it to on Apple Music. There's a clear difference.
No. It's like going to the studio
There's a
and
clear
watching them actually
difference.
record it and then listening to it fresh.
Okay,
It's like
yes,
watching
yes,
a
yes.
music video and going to a live concert.
There you go.
Because Apple Music is trash.
No, it's
We
not.
can start.
Apple
there.
Music sounds great.
Yeah.
It's lossless.
Torchy's tacos. Same man likes torches.
No.
Hey.
Oh,
It's
God.
lossless.
All right, look, stick around for the fucking raid. We'll see you guys at the next Talking Normies podcast. Thanks, y'all.
Right.
Peace.
Talking Normies Podcast.